Hi, my name is Brenda Foz. I am the Engineered Systems Consultant covering the Southern region for Infiltrator Water Technologies. Today's Bro Tip, we're going to be talking about how to get a commercial design and preliminary budget inquiry started with Delta Treatment Systems. The first thing that you're going to do is actually go to our website. Say you are a developer, a engineer, a contractor, anyone, you've got a project, you know you're going to need some type of decentralized wastewater treatment solution on a large scale, anything between maybe about, 1,000 gallons per day all the way up to maybe 100 or 200,000 gallons per day of treatment. Go to our website, www.deltatreatment.com. There is going to be a link for commercial projects there. Once you get to that link, you're going to fill out some very basic information, your name, your email address, a few just very preliminary details about the project itself. Hit submit. Within 24 to 48 hours, you will be contacted by an inside sales representative. They are going to email you a form that we call our QRF, or quote request form. There's a lot of information, a lot of details on that form, and I often get asked, okay, it's very preliminary. I'm not really sure what at this point I need to complete in this form. What do you absolutely need? So my pro tip today, we're going to be reviewing the elements that you absolutely need. Now keep in mind, the more you fill out in that form, the more of a precise design and cost estimate we can provide you up front. However, we also understand we get contacted at different points or different stages of project progression. So if you're still in one of those very, very early stages, here are the tips or the items that we absolutely need filled out on that form. So when you receive the form, the very top section is going to have basic project information. So we will need a project name and a project location at the very minimum from that section. The project location allows us to figure out local regulations to make sure we're designing against those local regulations. And of course, project ID is how we reference it internally, so we all know we're speaking the same language. The second section is actually going to discuss tank type and influent and effluent collection systems. This is helpful to know. I wouldn't consider it one of the requirements. If you know if it's going to be gravity fed or pumped in, fill that in. If you don't, that section is actually okay to leave blank. The next section is talking about the wastewater source. That is an important section to fill out, and considering you know what type of development you're building, you should know the wastewater source. It's basically just saying, is it a subdivision? Is it a restaurant? Is it a commercial building? That helps us to characterize the wastewater influence, better design your system. So that would be a requirement to fill out on that form. The third section of the form discusses wastewater data. This is also another what I consider a critical part of it. At the very minimum, we need to understand what the influent BOD and TSS numbers will be coming into the system and what they need to be coming out of the system. This is one of the basic elements of the design, so that's really important. Now, if you already have a permit, or if you already know what those parameters are and you have additional parameters, if you've got a DO element, if you've got a nitrogen element, add as much information as you can on that section, but we do require at minimum a BOD and a TSS number for both the influent and the effluent. Now, the last sections are regarding the products you're requesting, the processes you're requesting, and of course your internal contact information. If you know what products that you want on this particular project, whether it's a package plan, an EcoPod, go ahead and fill that out. Not one of the requirements. We can help you select that through the design process. As far as the process components, again, if you know that you want flow equalization, that you want disinfection, go ahead and fill that out. If not, again, we will help you with that in the design process, but it's not a requirement. The last required section is that very bottom section that really just has your contact information. We need to know who it is that we are sending this information to, a name, a phone number, and an email address, as well as a company name at minimum. And that completes the entire quote request form.